How's it going, Gemini? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and we are doing your reading for the full moon in Gemini for December. I believe it is around the 4th or the 5th. Around that time, full supermoon in Gemini. And I believe this is the biggest supermoon for like the next 25 years or something. So the moon is going to be close. One last time for a minute. Extra close. All right. So let's see what's up for you, Gemini. We have the Ace of Cups. It's reversed. So feeling a lack of emotional anything and everything. You could be feeling a lack of joy, a lack of empathy. You could be just feeling really empty inside. This could also be an emotional reset for you, but I'm guessing that you are feeling as though you are at an emotional deficit on some level. Where is the love? Father, 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 help us. Oh my gosh. Check out some BEP. Black Eyed Peas to lift your spirit up a little bit, maybe. Okay. Strength. Despite this emotional despair, maybe even, you're staying strong, which is quite remarkable. Pay no attention to my cat on the stove in the background. Okay. Okay. So overlooking the situation, you have some good ideas, and you're actually like the energy output that you have manifested on some level. You're getting some turnaround off of it. So that's good. The ships are coming in and they got something for you. Now that could be, it doesn't necessarily have to mean like money, but it's just like whatever project you've got going on for you, whatever like business venture even, or just new goals that you've set for yourself, you're going to start to really see the results of the energy that you've put into it so far. Put into it or them so far, being your goals. Now, within your subconscious, there is something that you're struggling to overcome on some level. And I'm guessing that you're grieving, perhaps. You haven't been able to get over something. There's maybe some type of loss, or there's just some type of change that needs to occur in order for you to level up. Now, it could be that you need to, I don't know, it's like, what I'm feeling is like you need subconsciously to connect with your emotions in order to have empathy for yourself so that you can do that for others. Maybe you've gone through a lot. Also, like we numb out. I'm getting like this very like 4 of Cups type of energy coming to my mind. But there's like a cycle that you need to complete on some level, a life cycle. Maybe you need to let go of aspects of yourself from the past, or the old you versus the new you. And just like an emotional reset, like emptying your cup of whatever. Or starting to refill your empty cup full of emotions. Maybe you haven't been interested in feeling or connecting with people on an more intimate and close level. Maybe you need to be around people that you're very close with, or you need to start cultivating relationships that are more emotionally, like broaden the emotional depth of the new relationships that you choose to pursue. Okay. You have felt or experienced a great deal of mental entrapment. So the way that you perceive your reality is actually not as restricted as you may think, or, you're coming out of of this restrictive view of your situation, right? There's a way out. This person is like loosely bound and loosely blindfolded. There's only swords beside them. They're not actually trapped in like a jail. It's really just a matter of them shaking it off and taking off. Oh my gosh. Is that like a next kind of vibe? I don't know. Thank you, next. But maybe that's what you got to do. Like, that's what you're moving out of, right? Like you feel like you've been stuck in something, and now you're realizing, wow, all it takes is like, thank you, next. Thank you for that experience, next. Right? And that's not to say that anything that you felt or any heartache that you felt, any sorrow isn't valid, right? But either way, whatever it is that you have to let go of, it doesn't take away from everything that you've done up until this point. It actually is it adds to it, right? Now, there's somebody, whether it's you or somebody that you're with or that you've been, I don't know who this is, but we have some reverse Empress energy. So there was something that wasn't a good idea. Maybe something from like 9 or 10 months before. That could be a significant period of time. Or this could signify like miscarriage, or just not, like if it's literally physical, it could be like a type of miscarriage, like something that you wanted to grow and cultivate didn't work out, or somebody that you wanted to connect with and procreate with, not necessarily in terms of creating humans, but just like creating a life together with somebody, that it's just not working. Like that vibe, that energy, whatever brought you pleasure, whatever made you feel like you were surrounded by abundance with that person, it's no longer the case. Okay? So you just have to get honest with yourself about that. That can be tricky. You're strong. It's right here. Strength is literally what is crossing your concern. So it's just like feeling down, boom, you got this. Simple as that. So there's no need, there's no need to complicate it. Okay? And you are ready. You are as ready as 100 Eyes in Marco Polo. You are even ready for the shit that you're never going to see. All right? And you know it. Your attitude is very prepared. It's very brave. It's very bold. You have a balanced understanding of what you know and don't know is coming for you. And I don't mean that in a way that's like it's coming for you, but maybe. Ooh, dun dun dun. But no, like, yeah, nothing is coming for you, but you're just ready for whatever comes your way. You know that you have what it takes to handle shit like a ninja. Okay. Now, within your environment, okay, you have not been doing yourself any favors in terms of making yourself look like you're emotionally available. And the ways that you are emotionally available actually look very immature. So that's okay. People see that you're being a little bit, I don't know. You could be overstepping your emotional boundaries or someone else's emotional boundaries. And maybe you're just not really, you might not be cognizant. I don't think that it could be that you're not cognizant of what their boundaries actually are or were, and that's due to a lack of communication. So that still is something that you need to take responsibility for. But either way, This is what's influencing you in your environment too. Like it's just this very non-committal, no regard for how people may feel, very lacking in empathy, also very insecure or unaware of what you are feeling and what others are feeling as well. So the ability to interpret that or the ability to take it into account is lacking on some level. And honestly, like if you're in a period where you're working on that and you're taking it seriously and people still see you this way, that's okay. That's part of the process. People are going to react to you the same way that they've always reacted to you, and they're also going to like try and keep you in the place that in the box that you fit in their view, right? And yeah, boundaries and staying true to who you are. Okay. The Scorpio energy, though, within your subconscious, I feel like just be careful about the way that you may be passive aggressive or just the way that you unconsciously do or say things that really feel like a sting. That's my advice with this environment, with this energy in your environment. Okay, now hopes and fears are centered in, well, having enough to be generous, having enough, like not being at a deficit, being more generous with your time. Your fear may be centered in exploitation, being exploited, making it like just being the recipient of someone else's like using you so that they can look like they're being generous, if that makes sense. So you really don't want to see people being exploited on that level. You really kind of want more of a sense of justice. Honestly though, if this is your hope, I would say be very careful, because like you could be placing your hope within some type of mechanism, some type of system, some type of corporation or philanthropic organization that is shady. Okay. So just be careful. And maybe that's what your fears are centered in right now, is trying to put your energy, put your work, or like volunteer for a cause that is actually worthy and centered in values and ethics, right? And here's the energy right there. I just called it literally. So this powerful mental energy that is just, that is truthful, that is honest, that is also equally powerful and able to like slaughter things. This is just very, like just this, it's like a gust of mental energy that comes through to help you focus, to fuel your fabulous creative spirit, because Geminis really thrive when they're able to create and come up with new ways to communicate, to express, and to also just be like social butterflies as well. Like you all kind of are really great at that. Which I have a serious appreciation for. All right. Okay, so now, sadly, you're going to realize that somebody who you were emotionally involved with, the bad outweighs the good. There's some memories, wonderful, sweet memories that you will get to hold on to, but you really kind of need to be realistic about it. And that's going to be part of your new outlook with this Ace of Swords coming through. You may feel a lot. You're definitely going to feel like you're at a loss. Like whether it was you or them who were sort of like ornery, and or one of you was a nag, or, you know, just some people, like some of our, you know, our worldviews, our common interests, like it just doesn't always add up. As wonderful as you may think somebody is, as much as you want them to want you, and as much as you want them to be true to themselves and who they are and what they actually really want in life, it doesn't always match up. So you just kind of gotta like take an inventory of what was good, what you can kind of like be amicable about, and then let go of what wasn't good and move on. That's not like, that's easier said than done, especially if you have like a complex situation, right? When maybe there's more than one party involved, or, you know, it's just tricky. But this, you know, these two together really are going to be what you should tap into. That's the energy that you really should tap into. So hopefully you change. Hopefully you're able to change what you need to change. But, you know, with this death card reversed in your subconscious, like it might take a lot. Like you really need to examine your core beliefs and how you see things, how you're going to shift up some paradigm thinking. Okay? You got this. It's meant for you. It's written. It's written in the stars. All right? And it sounds like, you know that you're lucky, you know what you're meant for, and they just need to be clear about that. And like starting with you. So, I'm loving this reading. Now we're going to get into some oracle and affirmations. All right. If you ask the universe for signs, believe what shows up. All right? Seriously, don't go asking a tarot deck about that lover you're pretty sure you should leave and then pull the leave their ass card and pretend like you don't know what it's saying. That, sweetheart, is a recipe for some cosmic ass kicking. The universe is loving AF, but it created the tough love game. If you ask for direction and don't listen, she's going to rain signs on you until you do, right? Like, hello, what do we got here? Where is it? Here. Rain the signs. Here we go. 3/2. Okay? Bonus sign. If you pulled this card asking if you should learn to twerk, you totally should. I recommend that as well. It's very freeing. Okay. One more. Tarot affirmation. I'm gonna like tone it down. Oh my gosh. Talk about cutting your losses and moving on here. Okay. I am the sudden longings that signal a need for further emotional development. Okay? I look inward to examine unsatisfied desires. I move towards new values, ideas, and behaviors that will fulfill me emotionally. I open myself to new possibilities. I seek to increase the depth of my emotions. I follow the pathway I find with courage. I am determined to find emotional fulfillment. If you want to screenshot that, go right ahead. That's for you, Gemini. All right? Take care, and we will catch you next time.